So if you could have any extra body part, what would it be and why? Like,
I have a lot of eyes, and I'm happy eyes like an alien.
wow, and why do you want that?
To see better?
To see better, yes. I would also have one like at the back of my head. You could see stuff from both ways. So I feel like that would be very cool. Does anyone know what a cell is?
It's like something that floats around in your body and it's very tiny.
Oh, it is the basic building blocks of all organisms. Do you guys remember using the word organisms? Organisms are just all living things. So that includes humans, animals, plants. So those are all organisms. And next thing is, what is an organ? A heart. Tissues living in an organism. So you remember how tissues were a group of cells, and an organ is a group of tissues living together in an organism.
A lot of tissues.
Cells? Yeah, that's true. Our brain has many cells, which all group to form many tissues, which many tissues form our brain. Make tissues, going to make organs. And from what we remember, organs, what are organs? Can anyone tell us what organs are? From what we learned. Yes, Ariana and Zelda.
Lung. The heart. The lung.
Yes, and what are organs made out of?
Tissues.
Tissues. Yes, that's the key word. Our organs are made out of tissues, lots of tissues to make our organs. So now in this exercise, we're going to make a lot more of our tissues. You know how we just made tissues? We're going to make tissues and clump them together so that we can make...
You have muscles, right?
Yeah.
So we have muscles all over our bodies. You can make a couple tiny muscles and put them all over our body where you know you have muscles. So like in your legs and your arms. You chose a kind of special organ. It's an organ, but it's not always a part of an organ system unless you count all of the muscles all together in our body.
How do you think we can have different kinds of cells in our body?
It comes from your blood. When your blood gets old, it dries up and turns into stuff and combines.
Differentiated is when they're all the same. So what happens with stem cells is these are undifferentiated cells. So they don't have any specific function. They don't have any specific thing they're doing, and they replace damaged cells. Speaker, Mr. Adam, and he will teach us all about stem cells.
Dr. Adam MacLean here with us today. He is a professor at USC and he knows all about stem cells.
What is a stem cell?
Cell is a special kind of cell found in humans' bodies. Like stem cells are building blocks.
That's a really good. That's definitely a part of it. I really like that. Stem cells, they are building blocks. They really are helpful in making up all the cells that make up our bodies. Stem cells are special, and stem cells are building blocks. And the first really important thing that they do is they make other types of cell. Because stem cells, a little bit like kids, they haven't really decided what job they're going to do when they grow up. And stem cells, and most cells do one job, okay? Their job might be to be brain, or it might be to be blood or bone or tissue. These are all types of cell that live in your bodies. The stem cells are special because they make all of those other types of cell. And that's their most important number one job. Where do stem cells live in your body? So there are stem cells in babies that are developing before they're born. Embryonic development is the process of how you form a baby before it's born. And sometimes when people think of stem cells, they think of those ones, the ones at the very beginning of life. And that is one type of stem cell, but there actually are a lot of different sorts of stem cell. They're not just in developing babies, but they're also in kids and grown-ups in all different parts of the body. I do. My job as a scientist is to study how stem cells do their job. Their job being how they make all the different cells that we need in our bodies. I'm not going to read the whole book, but I would like to read a little bit of it because it actually gives a really good explanation about what it means to do research using computers. I heard that data science can help people make better decisions about, well, everything from medicine to the environment around us. So we're going to visit a special research laboratory that focuses on data science. Wow, says Bonnie, that should be interesting. To analyze their data. The computers examine all the different parts of the data that the scientists send. This is a game called Stem Cell Superhero. This is the strawberry superhero. And the goal of the game is to make her happy by making sure that she's got enough of all the right types of cell that make blood. Okay? Stem cells and blood cells. And where do all these cells live? They live inside your bones, in the middle of the bones, in the bone marrow. How are we going to change the computer model to try to make her happy? Well, we can make more stem cells or more red blood cells. And it looks so you can see the number of blue stem cells is increasing, and the number of red blood cells is increasing. And now our stem cell superhero, her mood is improving.